Hey guys, I'm back from a week off, and I just got back from the theater from seeing, hold on a sec, Hardcore Henry. I don't know if you see this. I got this little special ticket, along with seeing the movie. I think only Regal has this. I got my theater I go to is Regal Cinemas, and like at the back you take a picture of it and you with it, and you get like $100 Regal gift card. I gotta remember to do that, so I'd maybe get $100 Regal gift card for as long as I freaking go to the movies. Anyways, uh, if you don't missed what I said in my last review, I'm gonna start being more picky, and that's why I didn't do a review last week. I mean, all that the choices I had were see something I haven't seen yet, which I pretty much seen anything worth while seeing everything that's worthwhile seeing over the last couple of weeks, and or see God's Not Dead too, and fuck that shit. I'm not seeing that religious propaganda crap. Will not refuse to give those people any money more money that they are getting from all these stupid religious people that think this is the what reality is. But I'm not getting into that argument. Anyways, instead, I'm back here doing a review for Hardcore Henry. Um, I've been talking about this movie for about a couple months now, and I didn't even know anything about this movie until about a couple months ago when I first got a trailer for this with Deadpool. Um, I had heard about it, but I knew about its existence, but it was originally just called Hardcore, and then they changed the title later on. But I didn't know much about it until I saw a trailer for this in front of Deadpool. This movie, the trailer sold me. Like from the instant I saw it, I was like, "Well, this is gonna be interesting." It was an obvious experimental kind of film, like a first of its kind kind of film that hadn't been done before, and that is always kind of risky. But this looked like it was just gonna be a lot of fun. Like the trailer was a lot of fun, and using Queen's Mr. Fahrenheit didn't hurt at all. That made that trailer even more fun. The music choices, everything about that trailer was brilliant. I love that trailer. It's my favorite trailer probably of 2016, honestly. And like, I was sold on this, and I've been hyped for this movie for a couple months now. And you know what? If you were to rate, if right now, if I were to make a top 10 list and I were to rate the movies on my top 10 list by how much fun I had in a movie theater watching a film, this would be on top of my list. I'm not saying this is a great film, like a 5-star classic, like the greatest film ever made. This movie is stupid. Trust me, it is. It has a lot of stupid things in it. But by God, is this movie a lot of fun. I had a blast watching this in a theater. It's exactly what I expected it to be, and more. Pretty much everything I expected it to be, it exceeded all my expectations. It lived up to all my expectations. This is a movie I could see people hating, loving. You know, it could be a movie that a lot of people are on either side of the fence, and I can understand why. If you don't, this is one of those movies you have to turn your brain off. I hate using that excuse, but this is a movie you have to just sit back and have fun. This movie is no joke. I hate use. I know a lot of people have pointed this out, but this movie is no joke. An hour and a half live action video game movie, and probably the best video game movie ever made. That's not based off an actual video game. It's everything you've seen from video games is pretty much first person shooter video games is in this damn movie. Like duck and cover, and also there's like a final boss battle that seems like something right out of a fucking video game. This movie is violent as hell. Holy God, is this movie violent? I mean, heads get blown off, limbs get blown off, body parts get blown off, everything gets blown off. I think I don't know if there's any limb that didn't get blown off. I saw so many heads get blown off and decapitations in this movie. It's very, very violent. It's our rating. Um, Good God, like the violence in this movie is insane. This movie is not character driven. It's not the most character driven movie. It's a very simplistic story. It is. It really is. It is what you see in the trailer. A guy who wakes up. It's basically RoboCop, where he has artificial limbs and stuff like that because he's had an accident, and this crazy guy who has telekinesis. Yeah, this is where it kind of differs from anything that I expected. Like that, they don't show that shit in the trailer. This guy has telekinesis, is trying to get use him as a weapon, and he kidnaps his wife, and he's trying to get him back, or get his wife back, and also at the same time you have Shartlow Copley pulling off the best performance in this freaking movie. I swear to God, up to this point, I have not seen him do one bad role in his whole career. I never thought that was possible. Every single time he's in a movie, he steals anything he's in. And this is another case of that. I I thought his character was going to be very, very short, a very, like, short-lived character, because I got a Red Band trailer where he gets his head blown off, and that happens very early on in the movie. But what they don't show you is he keeps coming back as, like, different people throughout this whole thing. He'll get killed, like, instantly, and the next thing you know, here comes another version of him popping up. You're like, when that first happened, you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, at that point, I'm like, what am I watching? Like, I just sat back, like, I was trying to, I figured, fuck it, I'm not even going to try to figure out what's going on. This is just a blast. I'm having, like, a blast sitting through this. It does help, like, that they use the first person perspective, because you're kind of going along, you're kind of feeling the same feelings this character's like, and that you have no idea what the fuck is going on. You're discovering things when they discover, Henry discovers things. I don't even know, does anybody know who, anybody can tell me in the comments who played Henry in this? I like, was it an actor? Was it, a bunch of different people doing it? Was it different stunt? I'm sure it was a bunch of different stuntmen. I know they used a GoPro. I want to see the behind the scenes of this film. It kind of makes me intrigued, like how they pulled off a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff you're like, I'm interested in how they did to pull some stuff off. They only made this for $10 million. Holy shit! Like, it's not a very cheap looking movie. Some of the special effects CGI here and there. There are CGI blood, which does kind of annoy me, but because this is a video game over the top kind of movie, I'll give it a pass. If there's anything I would bitch about, is that the shaky cam is somewhat makes it hard to watch at times, and hard to figure out what the hell is going on, especially in the fight scenes, especially at the end of the movie. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. I was worried about the shaky cam really badly when I heard about this movie. I've heard people talk about how they got headaches from just the trailer. This movie didn't give me as much of a headache as I was worried it would. There were parts I did start to get a little bit of a headache because of the shaky cam, but it wasn't as bad. Trust me, it isn't. Honestly, even with the shaky cam in this movie, it's better shaky cam than half the fucking action movies I've seen in the past 10 years almost. There's a reason why there's shaky cam in this movie, because it's fucking first person perspective, and I would be like, it would not feel right if it wasn't to have shaky cam. There's a reason why there's shaky cam in this. Unlike a lot of action movies where there's no fucking reason, and it's really annoying and just lazy filmmaking. This is a movie that I don't know how it's going to do. How well it's going to do. I could see it going either way. It had a nice little audience. I had a few people in my auditorium seeing it. I don't know how well it's going to do. It's a movie that's an experimental kind of film, and I hope I wouldn't mind seeing stuff like this again. But it's I don't know if this is something, this is a route we'll be going in film. I highly doubt it, but I mean it was a nice little experimental film. I had a blast watching this. This is just, like I said, one giant hour and a half video game movie that also features an awesome performance by Charlotte Copley, who's amazing in this movie. Like I said, I thought the girl was fine too. I thought she was very fine, good in the movie. Like, you kind of, I found myself rooting for the character Henry by the end of this movie, even though he's a fucking mute and he doesn't speak at all in this movie. And you get a very brief glimpse at the very end of the movie of what he looks like, very brief, and you really can't distinguish what he looks like too much. Also, what the fuck was up with Tim Roth just making a cameo in this movie? If you see the trailers, you're like I heard a lot of people go, "Is that Tim Roth?" Literally, that's the only scene he's in this movie, what you see in the trailer. It's very brief, and it's like, how the hell did they just get, how much did they pay him to just have, like, maybe less than 2 minutes of screen time? That's hilarious. I mean, I was like, it's very different. He also kind of bookends the movie. It opens and bookends the movie. Also, I can't forget to talk about this. The music in this movie is really good. I love the music in this movie. Some of the music choices was hilarious in this film. From them playing My Girl when he goes into a strip club, that's hilarious. That made me chuckle. To the, like, old school Western music when he tries to jump on a horse and the horse just kicks him off. That was hilarious. They do play Mr. Fahrenheit at the end of the movie, and one of the best scenes in the whole movie. I won't give it away, but it's like, it was perfect timing to use that song. And I brought a huge smile as soon as that song started playing. I love Queen. They're one of my favorite bands of all time. And like, it was perfect use of music. There was a lot of perfect use of music throughout this whole thing. I recommend this movie. I do. I can see this not being for everybody. I like this a hell lot more than fucking Batman vs. Superman. I know I got a lot of shit for not liking Batman vs. Superman, but fuck you. It still sucks. If you were, like, I have heard people say, well, before I forget, I've heard a lot of people say, well, why don't you just turn your mind off with Batman vs. Superman and just enjoy it? You know, the difference between this and Batman vs. Superman is just plain and simple. This movie just doesn't take itself too damn seriously like Batman vs. Superman does. And it has fun. It knows it's stupid. It knows it's absurd. It just goes with it. Batman vs. Superman just is not fun at all. Like, that's just basically, there's no fun to be had with that movie at all. It's depressing. Yeah, it's just, I don't even want to get into Batman vs. Superman. I've already had this argument too damn much. I've already been bitched at for not liking Batman vs. Superman. And that all critics are idiots, apparently, according to some people I know, because they don't like Batman vs. Superman. Okay, as far as trailers, I'm not getting on the rant anymore. Go see Hardcore Henry. As far as trailers go, oh god, I gotta talk about the trailers, damn it. I got a trailer for, what the fuck is this? The Bye Bye Man? Is that really what we're calling this movie? The Bye Bye Man? The Bye Bye Man. It starts out okay, like, the trailer starts out okay, where it's talking about what causes people to go crazy and kill people, and what makes them, like, lose their minds and, you know, go on a murder spree, stuff like that. It said it's the question should not be what is it. It should be who is it, and it's the Bye Bye Man. I am not making that up. It's a spiritual figure called the Bye Bye Man, and they say it with a straight face, and I was like, no, this isn't real. This is no, no, no. You can't. It sounds like something that a kindergartner wrote. Like, that's just the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. And Doug Jones is the Bye Bye Man. I'm like, you tried poor Doug Jones into this? God damn it. Oh wow, does that look bad? It's laughable bad. Like, no matter how many times you say it, it's still laughably bad. It looks terrible. Like it. Maybe it will be good, but they have to change the name of the movie. I can't take it seriously. Like that is something you cannot take. No. Next, then the last trailer I got was The Shallows, which is this could be all right. I've seen this trailer before online before I saw it in the theater. It's about like a surfer, like a girl surfer who gets stuck on a giant rock in the middle of the ocean, like in the shallow part of the ocean, and she can't get off this rock because there's this big giant shark that's circling around her. That could be kind of good, if done right. I don't know. It's one of those movies that like it depends on I forget who's in it. I forget what's that girl's name that's in it. If somebody in the comments can tell me, I forget what her name is. She's a decent actress, but it depends on like her performance, like carrying this thing. Also, I want to talk about. Am I the only one who? This is I got the Purge election year trailer, the same one I've gotten a million times before, but I didn't realize this. I've gotten this trailer more than a few times, but this is the first time I actually really paid attention that this can't be coincidental in a movie called The Purge election year that says let's make great America great. And that's the tagline in this movie. That can't be coincidental. That has to be on purpose. I'm like, oh come on, movie. I was like, fuck you. That's like that made me laugh and smile a little bit. That had to be on. Anybody else catch that? I hope everybody else catch that. But anyways, let me get off here. I'll be back next week. I will be back with what am I be back with? What the hell is next week? Barbershop Next Cut. What's the other one? Oh, The Jungle Book. How the fuck I forget about The Jungle Book? Maybe Green Room. I don't know if my theater's playing it. If they are, I will see it. If they're not, I'm not. So there you go. I'll definitely be back with Barbershop and The Jungle Book for sure. But until then, I'll talk to you guys later.